Hi guys, today I'm going to share with you two strategies that you can use to help quiet your mind. Now the first one's going to be perfect for evening. Maybe if you struggle with insomnia or you're someone who wakes up in the middle of the night and you find that your mind is racing and you can't fall back to sleep, the first strategy I share with you will be really helpful in those scenarios. The other one I want to share with you is perfect during the daytime. If you find that your mind is wandering a lot or maybe you're ruminating on something that might have upset you, the second strategy that I share to help quiet your mind will be perfect for the daytime. The first one I want to share with you is something I already shared, but it was almost 10 years ago now. It's the most popular video on my channel, and it's a video that I was dedicated to helping people quiet their mind to fall asleep at night. Now I shared several strategies in that video, and I will link that down below as well. But the one strategy that I'm going to pull from that video that is my tried and true, is something I use to this day, is a tool for distraction. So if I wake up in the middle of the night and my mind starts going crazy, which I'm sure a lot of you can relate, this works every single time to help pull me out of a more agitated or anxious state into a more neutral state that allows me to fall back to sleep much easier. And here's how it works. You just start at the beginning of the alphabet, and you're going to work your way through with each letter of the alphabet related to a certain topic. And I'm going to use the example of food. So let's say you wake up in the middle of the night and you remember the strategy. You're going to use the topic of food. You're going to start at the beginning of the alphabet, and you're just going to ask yourself, what's the name of a food that starts with the letter A? So maybe you say apple. Then you ask yourself, what is a food that starts with the letter B? Maybe you say banana. Then you move on to C and D, and you just make your way down through the alphabet. I also use cities. I will use the name of cities a lot. So if I start at the beginning of the alphabet, I'll say A for Atlanta, B for Boston, C for Chicago. Or I use the name of musicians or authors, movies, any topic that you think of, you can use. You just start at the beginning of the alphabet and just work your way through. And again, the goal of it is to be able to pull your mind away from the things that might be upsetting you and certainly not allowing you to feel more at peace to be able to fall back to sleep, to something more neutral that will help with that. So that was the tool I wanted to share with you more for the evening if you are struggling with insomnia or falling to sleep at night. Now this next one I absolutely love. I learned it from a doctor, one of my favorites. You've heard me talk about him before at Mayo Clinic. His name is Dr. Amit Sood. And by the way, if you are new to me, my name is Berta Lippert, and that is where I studied at Mayo Clinic. I am a Mayo Clinic trained and certified health and wellness specialist. I'm also board certified. And Dr. Amit Sood, I've learned so much from him. And one of the techniques that I didn't quite know about almost 10 years ago when I filmed that video is something that he created, and there's an acronym that you use here, and it's called FAWN. So this would be something that's perfect if in the middle of the day you find that your mind just keeps wandering. Or it could be that you're also ruminating, like I mentioned in the night before, that maybe something was bothering you or whatever it might be. This tool and this acronym, FAWN, here's how you use it. So what Dr. Amit Sood created, and the FAWN stands for Find One New Detail. So it's kind of a distraction technique, but it really is more geared towards helping you change what it is that you're focusing on, helping you get maybe a little bit more curious. But what you do is in the environment that you're in, and this works wherever you might be, wherever you're sitting right now, you can use his strategy to help quiet the mind. Find one new detail. So in the environment that you're in, you would look around and just something novel to you that you just never noticed before. And let me give you a couple of examples because I really like this technique. For example, I have an iCart painting that's been above my fireplace for many, many years. It's one of my favorite possessions that I have that I got at an antique store when I was living in California. Now, there are different things that I just never noticed despite how long this painting has been hanging on my wall. And it's one of those things when I use this technique where I want to find one new detail in that iCart painting, I'm always able to do it. Or another example I can share with you is my dog. So I have a rescue dog that I adopted, and the majority of him is Great Pyrenees, but he also is part pug, he's part beagle, he's part terrier, he's part schnauzer, he's got a bunch in him. He's a very unique looking dog with lots of different markings. And a lot of the times I'll use this FAWN technique with my dog. So I would find one new detail, something I never realized before. And for example, I can tell you once when I was doing this, I realized he has this one really coarse dark whisker on the side of his face where all the rest of them are white. I never realized that before. And so it might seem really simple, you guys, but if you're just imagining yourself do it right now, you can't be thinking of all these different things at the same time. I love this technique that Dr. Sood created because we really can thrive on novelty, and when we get curious and it can pull us away from the other things that might be upsetting or the things where our mind is just wandering on all these things that maybe we need to get done. That might be all you need is this quick little refresh and finding one new detail to just kind of reset and refresh and get you going in a different direction. So those are the 2 strategies I wanted to share with you to help you quiet your mind, whether at night or during the day. And if you like content like this, make sure to subscribe to my channel. I also send out a free newsletter each month. That's my VIP list. That's free if you want to sign up for that at bertavip.com. But thank you and appreciate you letting me share this with you, and I'll see you next time.